Doug, how are you today?
I'm great, how are you?
Good. You know, kind of interesting tonight with Zach and DeMar and Kevin all in the building. I'm just curious, kind of your perspective as a player, these like so-called revenge games, like how you felt as a player, how they might feel, you know, going up against their former teams.
Spicy. Yeah, spicy. It's it's always interesting, those ones. I mean, you know, whenever you're in a place, you feel like you're not wanted, but then when you go to a place, you feel like you're wanted. It's just kind of how it goes. The point is you got to control your emotions, and you gotta go out and play a good ball game. You want to show people that where you were at, what you're about, and obviously you're rocking with your new team. But yeah, spicy.
Doug, we played a game like yesterday, right? And just a fantastic performance. Is there any sort of like high that you kind of have you come down from to get ready and prepared for another team that's just not on the same tier as Cleveland?
Um, you know, we respect everybody, but I think that what you're speaking to is the mindset that, in my opinion, has been here for a long time, and it's something that doesn't need to be. You respect every opponent, and we're trying to build a culture that has a faceless opponent, and that means that every night you're playing against yourself. Can I replicate the intensity and effort, not the result, because the result is always different, even the greatest miss and a lot of different things. But can my focus be there? Can my intensity and my communication and all the things that I can control, can those be there? That's what you're speaking to is the difficult part. And for me, that's where we need to graduate to. And no better time and no better opportunity than another game back-to-back in the NBA.
What's up, sir?
How are you?
I'm good. Back to that initial question about former teams, you were asked as, from a player standpoint, I'm curious, you said harness emotions. Was that as from a player standpoint or from a coaching standpoint, do you look at it as maybe trying to tap into something there as an ingredient to add to something, and or as a coach, do you want it to be more harnessed?
I always want them to play with emotion, but at the same time be able to have a grasp on it. I don't think I need to motivate them anything. When you're going to play a team that you were at, you don't need any motivation. And if you do, you probably don't belong in our league. So, yeah.
Coach, when you go back and look at the video from last night's game, did Devin unlock something for you? Did he show you something that you didn't already know about him, besides just the points and dunks in the minutes?
No, I think that I understood who Devin was and is. My only thing is that he begins to do it within the parameters of what we want as a team, meaning like when he went to the G League, it was about running the team, guarding the best player. Anything other than that is like, great, you scored 35 points or whatever, great, he can do that. But for us, and for him to contribute at this level, he needs to get us into sets and do everything that you saw him do. Like, that's who he is, and that's who he can be, and he can do it on a really high level. Now he just needs to learn how to put that into a professional package, and what I mean by that is there's another game tonight, so you put that one in your pocket and you move on. You don't relish in it. It is what it is. People that'll go on all different social media, they'll see all the incredible highlights that he was able to deliver. But taking that next step for him is to back that thing up.
Doug, last week we saw your team struggle a little bit as far as like force and sort of matching the intensity of the opponent. Then this week they look like they're not only matching, but they've got more than what their opponents have. How are you trying to feel your way through this with your team with when they have it one night, when they don't the next?
There's only been a few times that has happened. The 4-game losing streak like that, and I told him like that's not us. The conversation that we had, I think, kind of established some things that we needed to have conversations about. And in the last 2 games, they've come out and played well. Are we always gonna play well? No, but we can always play hard. Like, that is something that we're not compromising on that part. So you bring that, we live with the results. You make shots, sometimes you're a little sloppy with the basketball. I'm not happy about that part, but I know one thing is defensively, we can be physical, we can pick up, we can touch people, we can make people irritated, we can turn them over, we can make them feel us consistently. And that's more than any making a whole bunch of jump shots, because sometimes you can make a whole bunch of shots and you really didn't play a good game, but you made shots. And people would probably argue with me, but I would rather the consistency of us playing at a certain level than relying on us making shots all the time.
Anything else? Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Josh.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.